Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
This is the Full Timers Podcast. I am Vila.
And I'm Ricky.
Welcome back. Second recording, second episode. One thing I did notice on the first episode, I always forget to describe what the show is, especially for the first time listeners.
Oh, yeah.
And I always forget to plug in social media that we have.
We have that?
Yeah, just the Instagram.
Okay.
And I guess that segues into the topic, or the second topic of today. Real quick, Full Timers Podcast is a show about two young adults awkwardly navigating through adulthood, or the nuances of adulthood, through topics and having candid conversations about these topics. As I said earlier at the top, the second topic of the show tonight is social media. But yeah, it's been a long week for the both of us outside of this, personally and work-wise and stuff. So yeah, just a lot of work-related stuff, a lot of deadlines to meet, and had some conversations with people at work. And yeah, how are you?
Yep. About the same. Pretty much.
Yeah, so the first half of the show, it was WrestleMania weekend over this past weekend on Sunday. And I am the resident pro wrestling expert, mostly the WWE, not so much the indies. But Ricky here, not the expert.
I know next to nothing.
Next to nothing. So I had him watch WrestleMania. I gave him I shouldn't say this, but I gave you my WWE account to watch WrestleMania. Is that illegal? Because I know you can't do that for Netflix, quote unquote.
Well, everyone does it anyways.
Yeah.
For Netflix.
But yeah, so it was your first time. Is it? Yeah, first time watching.
Like actively watching, I'd say.
Okay. Do you have first impressions? Give us the first impressions of the overall WrestleMania experience.
It was interesting. I did enjoy it. It was fun. I just remember like when you were describing it beforehand about it's kind of like a play, and you can kind of look for the people's tells, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was trying to look for a lot of that, like where you can see where they kind of.
Oh yeah. The choreography, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it was a long WrestleMania show, probably the longest ever, which was 7.5 hours. It started at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and it ended at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. I sat there and watched the whole thing, obviously. How did you make it?
So,
did you make it?
I mean, I made it until, 11:30 maybe?
Yeah.
Till the Kurt Angle match.
Yeah.
So I think from the beginning, right? I started the Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
match.
Brock was the first match on the official card.
Okay. Yeah, from there to Kurt Angle.
Which I was surprised because Brock Lesnar is the Universal Champion, and I was surprised that they opened up with that match of the night.
Is that like the biggest one?
So there's two big main championships, which was the Universal Championship, which was Brock Lesnar, the first match with the red belt. And the second big championship is the one that Kofi Kingston won that night.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But that was later in the night.
Yeah.
You saw that one, right?
Yeah, I did.
So,
I like that one.
Real quick, let's go down to the card and just give your initial take. So Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins opened the night. What was your take on that? Like, did you watch all the vignettes, like the preview video clips that they had?
Oh, before the fight?
Yeah, before each fight and all that stuff.
I think I caught it like in the middle of the match, so they were already fighting.
Did you gravitate towards any one of them, like to root for? Or you just saw it because you're caught in the middle?
Yeah, I was kind of caught in the middle. I think for that one, I might have been rooting for, what's his name? Seth
Rollins, yeah. Because his size? Like, Brock Lesnar's a big dude.
Bigger
right?
guy, yeah.
So kind of intimidating.
Yeah, I think he had the upper hand. So, yeah, I wanted to go with the underdog, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that how that matched up?
That's how usually stuff is booked that way in wrestling. So
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the second match was I can't remember now. Do you remember all the matches you saw?
Not by name.
I don't have the
Remember
card
some
in front. Let me
bases.
pull the card up real quick.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy any of the matches? Like, did you have like feeling towards any of them? Like,
That Kofi Kingston match. I know that was a really important one, but that was fun to watch. It went on for a little while, which wasn't bad, but it was just
was it entertaining?
yeah, it was like all the way. I feel like because I was kind of playing my Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
during most of it, but that one like I had to hit pause on my game and
Okay.
just like really focus on it. It was
Okay.
fun. I liked it.
Nice.
There was also that one what was the dude's name? Ricochet.
The ball. Yeah.
Yeah, you told me to look out for him, and wow, that guy was awesome.
All the flips and athleticism. Yeah.
Very quick, man. It was awesome.
So with that match, the Ricochet match, did you gravitate? Obviously, because I told you to look out for him.
Mhm.
Did you gravitate towards him mostly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Was
But,
it mostly because of the flips?
Yeah, I think regardless, if you hadn't said anything, I probably would have too.
Yeah. All right. So the next big match is AJ Styles, Randy Orton. Do you remember that one?
What did they look like?
So AJ Styles is like a short guy with herbal essence hair.
Okay.
He's another guy that does flips too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was an okay match for the night. It could headline another pay-per-view, but obviously WrestleMania got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I remember the names. Like I know those names, but
Mhm.
I can't remember that exact match.
Yeah. Do you remember seeing the women's tag team matches?
Yes, there was like 3 teams.
It was 4 teams, and
4
they all had to
teams.
compete for the women's tag teams.
Yeah. Okay.
Did
Yeah, I
you-
remember that.
What's your impression of that one?
There was a lot going on. I didn't fully understand the rules of the tagging, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was cool to watch.
Oh, Shane McMahon versus The Miz.
Oh yeah, that was
It was pretty. I
great.
think one of the most extreme ones.
Yeah, that was wild, man. They got the Miz's dad involved, right? Was it?
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
When
and
he got
they
his
had
dad
the
in there?
flashbacks of when they last fought, and like, what was the other guy's name? Shane McMahon,
Yeah.
right? He grabbed his dad's face, and
Yeah.
they played that flashback, and
They call him Mr. Potato Head.
yeah, that was great on everyone's part.
Did you like the part where they went outside the ring and started fighting?
Yeah, man, they kept getting higher and higher. But I hate how it ended though, because I was rooting for the Miz by that point, where he
That's why they had it ended like that, because they want you to hate
yeah
Shane more.
yeah, that sucks though.
See, that's another thing about wrestling. Like the way that ended, you say they hated it. That's exactly what they wanted you
Right.
to feel.
Because they want to keep building up.
They want you to keep hating Shane McMahon,
Right.
basically.
All right, I got you.
Yeah. But when they got on that scaffold thing,
Mm-hmm.
the way they shot it, like you didn't see where they're gonna land. It just looked very high up,
Right.
Because the cameraman was also on the scaffold, and I kind of got scared for both of them because
You couldn't
I've
see
seen-
what was
yeah.
down there.
that, and I watch wrestling a lot, and I kind of get nervous because there is a small or a large room for error, right? So
Yeah.
they could probably miss. They could probably just slip. The scaffold could break off. Yeah, but the whole time I was a little nervous because I was scared that their nerves would get the best of them and they would just have a mess up there.
Do they rehearse that stuff?
A part of me says yes, but they had extreme safety measures when they rehearse it. At least, yeah, before everybody gets into the arena. But when the show happens, obviously the atmosphere is different because you have 80,000 people. That's what they said they had, the fans in the arena
Right.
watching you.
Yeah.
And
And you got to go at a certain pace.
yeah, and your adrenaline's going, your heart's beating. Like, dang, this is it.
The real one.
Can't really mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting reaction because that's what they wanted you to feel, hatred for Shane.
Right. I could tell that.
You said you had checked out at Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Oh, there were 4 more matches after that?
I don't think this is in order,
Oh, okay.
but yeah. Let's talk about the Kofi and Daniel Bryan one. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I think, for me at least, that was the match I really wanted to watch that night because the Kofi Kingston story, you're probably not familiar with this, but it's very similar to how Daniel Bryan got his rise in the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, where the fans rooted for him. They wanted him to be at that high level, but the management of WWE didn't want want him at that high level because they didn't think he was worthy enough. But the fans kept cheering for him and cheering for him. That's what they did for Kofi throughout the year, last 2 months. That's what happened with. That's when they brought up with the Kofi Mania and all that stuff.
Right.
He had finally won. I did some research. My friend Virac in Tennessee, he said that I think he's the first African American to be WWE champion.
Wow.
There were 2 more, but they're not WWE champion. It was, full African American. I think the first one was The Rock, but he's half Samoan and half black.
Mm-hmm.
His dad's black. And the first one, it wasn't in WWE, but he was the first heavyweight champion of the old time era. It was a guy named Farouk, or Ron Simmons at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy that in 2019, only 3 black heavyweight champions. There's more in other brands, obviously, but the big notable wrestling brands like WWE and the old ones.
Yeah, that is interesting.
It's kind of messed up in a way. Like who's the gatekeeper of that?
Yeah.
It's probably Vince, obviously, but
You think it's gonna be more diverse now, though, like going forward?
I mean, I feel like it has to be, but of course, wrestling, they always have the keys to the car, so
Right.
you never know.
Mm-hmm.
So you were checked out you didn't even see the triple threat women's match with Ronda Rousey.
No, I didn't see that.
That was a pretty good match, but after the Kofi and Kingston match with Daniel Bryan, all the energy fell flat after that match.
Yeah.
And there was like a whole nother hour left of the show.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like I was already done. I think all the hype of the Kofi match drained me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was happy, and then the show kept going. I just got tired. So it probably wasn't fair for them, the 3 women that main evented WrestleMania for the first time,
Right.
to be in that spot because everybody was already dead tired.
Yeah.
If it happened earlier, it would have been fine, but
So why did they have it run so long?
they just have so many matches, man. I think it's because it's the largest roster of wrestlers they ever had, and they want everybody to have a spot.
Oh, okay.
Part of me is like, you don't have to give everybody a spot,
Mm-hmm.
but
Do you feel like
So-
there was anyone who they could have done without?
that's the thing. Like, yes, it's not fair that nobody else has a spot in WrestleMania, but at the same time, the show's already long as hell. Like, who would you want to leave out, and which wrestler would be okay to be off the card?
Yeah.
Like there were pre-show ones that happened before the main card started, which was the battle royals where a bunch of wrestlers are in the ring and they just throw each other out.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, what else can they do? Like have a 2-night WrestleMania?
A 2-parter.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Probably much easier to digest as far as wrestling wise.
You think that would be as big if they did it in 2 parts?
I feel like there'll be a lot more events going on, like outside of the actual WrestleMania. There could be like a signing thing, stay in the town longer,
Oh, yeah.
more chance to interact with wrestlers.
Yeah, that's true. Because, like conventions, like Comic-Con and stuff,
Yeah.
those are multi-day and,
I
it's
know
always fun.
Nowadays, the way they do WrestleMania is like the wrestlers go into the town for the whole entire week, and they just interact with the city. Like some of them have or do press junkets to go to radio stations, and
Mm-hmm.
some rent out like a club and just have a meet and greet, listen to me talk all day kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Wale, the rapper, he's a big wrestling fan. He has a
Oh.
thing called Wale Mania that he does he done it for the past 5 years, and they had his Wale Mania this past weekend. He had Kofi and his peoples and all the other guys just hang out on stage. It's just
Do they wrestle?
no, just listen to music. It's like a big party.
Big gathering.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't think Wale was a big wrestling nerd, but
Yeah, I
he
was
is.
surprised.
Yeah. So WrestleMania,
Mhm.
long as shit.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Well,
Maybe.
knowing this one's the longest, so the
I don't
others
think-
might be shorter, right?
Yeah, it has to be
Going
because
forward.
people are there's like WrestleMania where people saying that it's been the longest. That's not a compliment. It was way too long.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think I would be open to it.
Would you-
Watching it again.
Would you go to an actual show?
I'd say maybe. It's not out of the realm of impossibility, but we'll see.
If somebody gets you a ticket, would you go?
Like to a WrestleMania?
Not a Mania, just like
Oh.
like one of the
Like a regular
regular
match?
TV shows
Hmm.
that's in town.
If I knew exactly what was going on, like who the people were, then I'd say there's a better chance.
So I see you. Okay, I say you wouldn't have to, because I took my friend Brandon, that you met before,
Uh-huh.
to a SmackDown, because I had bought an extra ticket for another friend, but they backed out, and I just wanted somebody to just use his ticket and just go
Yeah.
with me. And he doesn't watch wrestling either. I mean, he watched the very old ones, like the early 90s, late 80s,
Yeah.
but he checked out after a while. And he went to this one, or I think it's been a year and a half now, and he was very happy. He was just overwhelmed by the production of the stages, the
Mhm.
lights, the music. And then we were sitting about 5 rows back from the ring.
Mhm.
So we were kind of on the floor, and he was just hype. Like, he saw John Cena, like, yo, that's John Cena doing, and seeing people doing all these moves. and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a whole different experience when you're actually there, because you're engulfed in
Right. The whole
the whole
experience.
atmosphere. People cheering, people yelling, people booing, people like in the ring fighting. It's like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
It's like your adrenaline, your what do you call it? Yeah, I guess
That's the right
your
word.
adrenaline just rushing the whole night.
Well, when you put it that way, that makes it
It's fun.
sound better.
It's only fun if you can have close up seats though.
Right.
Like, if you're kind of far away, it's like, yeah,
Have you ever been to one with faraway seats?
yeah, and I mean, it's fun, but it's not as fun as being up close,
Yeah.
because you are. It's the fact that you know you're on TV too, and you're just cheering, because like it is a play, but it's a very interactive play.
Yeah.
They want the fans
Be a
to
part of it.
yeah, to
Yeah.
boo, to cry,
Yeah.
cheer. Without it, it's a boring show.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So this project, I call it, was a part of a little thing that we have talked about before, where we switch interests.
Mm-hmm.
So wrestling's my interest, and you experimented with it with WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
Do you have something in mind for me?
I mean, I should have thought about this. I'm gonna have to still think about it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know yet, but
Okay, that's cool.
I don't think it'll be to the WrestleMania level. Like hours and hours.
7 hours. You're gonna make me watch Ninja live stream for
Right, yeah.
24 hours?
No, I'm not into that.
Yeah. All right. So the second topic of today's show is, as I said earlier, social media. I guess we get applause for that. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. So Ricky,
Hmm.
are you on social media?
No.
Would you like to say why?
No. Okay. I guess I don't know if this is a short answer, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I just wouldn't feel like spending that time to go on
All right.
anything and just be on there for
Yeah.
however long per day.
That's understandable. It's like a waste of time. I mean, it is a waste of time.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, I think it would be cool to to connect with family members and
Mhm.
friends to keep in touch and stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it's not something I'm interested in.
Yeah, I never seen you as much of a putting your business out there kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly that too. I mean, I don't care who knows about what I'm doing, you
Yeah.
know, like currently,
Yeah, yeah.
or and if they want to find out, they can just ask, I guess.
Yeah. So social media has been around for a long time. At least my era, it started with MySpace. Were you ever on MySpace?
No,
Okay.
never had MySpace.
What was after MySpace? Were you ever on Zanga?
Senga. I don't know if I know what that is.
It was like a picture blog, mainly for pictures.
Like Instagram.
Yeah, not so much as a format like Instagram, but think of it as a Tumblr.
Oh, okay, but pictures.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've heard of that.
Were you ever on? You're not on Facebook.
Mm-mm.
That one's still kicking, and you're not on Twitter. You are on? Are you on Twitch? Do you have a Twitch account? I'm not on Twitch.
Oh yeah, actually, I have a Twitch account.
Mhm.
I don't stream like on a regular basis. Just when
Mhm.
like my brother or cousins want to watch me play something, I'll just stream for them.
So you only use Twitch just
To watch
interact
mostly.
with your family.
Yeah, and just to watch stuff.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I'm on the most, not all of the social media, just Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's it. But I'm not really active on Facebook anymore. I'm starting to phase everything out on Facebook. Like,
Mhm.
so I go back. So there's a feature on Facebook where it reminds you of everything you posted that day.
Oh yeah.
So throughout the years, I had it since '07. It brings up everything I
like
posted.
anniversary style. Like,
Yeah.
this is what you did on this day.
Yeah.
Years back.
So I think for the past 2 years, or whenever they started that feature, I click on the memories. It's called memories.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back and I delete every single one of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because one, I don't want to hear or see or read what 2007 Vila wrote on Facebook.
Right.
It's so cringy when I look at it. But like, yeah, I go back and delete everything. And all I have now is just like memes and videos.
Oh, okay.
I don't post my comments like you said, people post what they're doing. I deleted all that stuff from 2007 and on. All I post now is just videos of movie trailers and funny jokes like memes and stuff,
Right.
and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't take it seriously anymore on Facebook.
Mm.
But I do follow like a bunch of pages of like video games, movies, movie news, wrestling news, stuff like that. So I'm trying to think like, where do you find, obviously you can find news anywhere, but for me, all the news stuff and all the updates, it's all streamlined into one place. That's why I have it set up like that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, do you think you would benefit or find yourself having some sort of one feed of your updates? So like all of where do you follow all your updates from, like video game news to science to regular news?
Just like, so there's Kotaku for games and Gizmodo for like, I guess, technology and other stuff.
Right.
I mean, I know they're not the coolest sources probably, but they stay
it's the
pretty
direct source.
relevant. Yeah.
So yeah, I do follow Kotaku and comic book movies and stuff. I just feel like it's easier for me to see it all in one feed
in a single thing. I see what you're saying.
as
definitely.
a update in real time.
Right.
I mean, that's just me though.
Yeah, I hear you. Also Reddit too. They have the front page where, almost any big news is going to be on there.
That's true. I'm not on Reddit.
I don't have an account, but I always lurk on it.
Which what do they call it? R channels? R something?
Subreddits?
Subreddits.
Yeah.
Which ones do you follow?
Oh, I mean, let's see. There's Ask Reddit. That's fun. I don't, NBA. I mean, there's like so many. I don't like have a thing that I follow religiously. Because again, I don't have an account for it, so I don't like have these things saved. I just go on wherever I feel like.
I feel like it's overwhelming with a lot of stuff, though. Is it? You think it is?
It can be if you don't know what you're looking for. If
That's
that
true.
makes sense.
Yeah. Because I remember I tried to look for some news on Reddit or some things, and I just felt like, okay, there's so many subreddits here. Where do I start? Obviously, there's a search mechanism or function, and I just found a wrestling feed called the Square Circle.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, I get all my inside news of wrestling on that.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all I follow. I don't follow anything local. I don't follow like all the other stuff. I mean, for all comic book related stuff, yeah, it's all on Facebook with the feed and stuff. I don't know. Would you ever find yourself going on Facebook? Like, what would make you get an account?
Probably if I moved far away from everybody, because then I won't be able to see them in person.
Yeah,
on a regular basis like I do now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'll be good for that. Just to be able to keep in touch.
Yeah,
have some form of communication.
Are you familiar with Twitter? How it works?
Yeah, kind of. You have like 140 characters. You type whatever.
Yeah, whatever is on your mind.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll see yourself? Well, Twitter's more so you have to put your business, not your business, but put your thoughts out there to make it work. It's not so much. Well, I guess you could follow other people and see what they're saying, but
Yeah. Like I mean, yeah. I guess browse some tweets. You know how some things just go viral and stuff.
like Kanye mostly. And
yeah,
Donald
stuff like that. Yeah, like, I don't have a Twitter account, but yeah, I can
Yeah.
kind of see what's still going on Twitter.
But yeah, like I said, you're not putting yourself out there like that, so it's not
No.
really a point for you to make one.
Yeah, I'm just like, who cares what I'm doing? You know, like I just ate a sandwich at so and so place. Like, I don't.
I'm on and off Twitter. I'm mostly on Twitter when wrestling's on, and I live tweet stupid jokes about the show.
Yeah.
Like it's very sarcastic jokes. Like I know so and so is not doing this, but
Right.
I make a point of it. It's like, hey, why is this person doing this?
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really tweet out my personal business out there.
Yeah, there you go. And it's not to shame anyone who does
Yeah.
that or do those things. It's just not for me personally.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like most people, so I do feel like a lot of people don't put out their business out there 100%. It's more so just them writing, well, at least the people I follow are just writing down one punchline jokes type of thing, which is entertaining. But like, I don't follow people that just put their business out there because it's just kind of boring. I don't know, it's boring.
Right.
Like I said, I don't care for it.
Right, like you can't relate.
Yeah. If it's funny, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Instagram.
Oh, actually, I did have an Instagram for a very short while. I only had like 2 pictures up there. Back in like 2013, we went to Beach House.
Beach House.
Yeah, in the Outer Banks.
Okay.
Took a picture of a really nice sunset and made an account and put it on there.
Okay,
and
so
I never used it again.
I feel like, I'm on Instagram a lot. I think that's the primary thing I use because all you have to do is look at pictures and either post pictures or just look at them.
Yeah.
Would you be on Instagram?
I think I would be.
Like, would you go back to it? You already said you had posted a sunset.
Yeah. I'm open to it. I think I would be more likely to be on that than any other social media.
Yeah. I mean, you could follow. I mean, I follow a bunch of like hashtags of like drawings and designs and video stuff. So I feel like Instagram is more. It's a lot of ads on it, essentially.
Oh, really?
Because people promote people's products.
Yeah, I see.
But I mean, like, at least my feed is more. It's not. I don't know. I can't say. Because there is a lot of nonsense on Instagram, like on Facebook, but that just also depends on who you follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just post a lot of pictures of cool things I see, like architecture and some of the things I draw, and I don't post much memes, but I wish my stuff could be meme worthy. I don't know.
That's what I like about Instagram. It's because it is picture centric, I guess.
Yeah.
And a picture worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So in a way, I feel like it kind of gives a little more value.
Yeah. Are you on Pinterest?
No.
Are you familiar with it though?
Kind of.
So I feel like Pinterest and Instagram could be one and the same. So people post a lot of food pictures on
Pinterest.
On both.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I feel like if you follow like a food hashtag, you get inspirations from food. That's how I use Instagram. Is for some inspiration, like because I said I follow a lot of design stuff.
Yeah,
and that's how I get kind of find some inspo.
Yeah,
to start doing things. But I mean, other than that, I just post pictures of my brother's dog and my niece. And that's it. I shouldn't put my niece online like that though. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean, you should get on Instagram more. Post some more pictures.
I'll think about it. I feel like I'll be really self-conscious too, though. Like I'll take bad pictures and really look at it.
Nobody cares, man.
I know, but it's just me.
If you go on Instagram and just look at what people are posting, you don't like there are people getting a lot of hits off of stupid stuff like this, and it's like it's whatever. I just got an email.
Oh, there's another question I wanted to ask. So what is Instagram? What are the Instagram stories? Like, what is that all about?
Okay, are you familiar with Snapchat?
Yeah, they have like story things too, but
So
I don't know what that is.
Snapchat, real quick, is a video-based platform where someone could just take a quick 15-second video of anything.
Mhm.
It'll go into the Snapchat server atmosphere, but it only lives on the server for a day.
Why is that?
I don't know. That's why they call it Snap, because it's quick.
Oh, I guess.
But it only lasts for a day on the server. After that, I don't know where it goes. I don't know if it stays on the server or if it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So stories, Instagram stories adopted the same thing in their own way, where you can make up to 60-second videos. 60 seconds? 15 seconds. And it only lasts for a day. Virtually, it's the same thing. But yeah, I mean, all it is just short-lived videos, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
So you don't. So when people post nonsense on Instagram, just turn it to a story. It will only last for a day. You don't have to live on your profile forever.
So can you have something that's already posted on there and just turn it to a story?
Yes, and that
okay.
only lasts for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
Okay.
I just, like I said, for me, at least for stories, I post stupid things that happen in my life.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, if I don't like it, it's going to last for a day anyways. It'll go away.
Mm-hmm.
But when I actually post stuff on my actual profile, it's kind of curated, like drawings or stuff I've done creatively. Even this stuff here, it stays on my profile. But yeah.
Cool.
Get on Instagram, man.
I'll consider it.
You should. But here's the thing about Instagram. You don't have to post your life. You just find a what's the word? A niche?
A niche.
Niche?
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 I think it's a niche.
Niche?
No.
A niche. Like, there's Instagrams where it's just about dogs. Not your dog, but just any dog.
Of dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's ones about food. Not your food. You can just find stuff for food. And there's people that promote stuff, like their products, obviously.
I'll think of something. Maybe it'd be a variety.
And also, you could be under a guise of another persona. Because I remember you, what was that one game we played back at our old job, the mall? It was a trivia game. Trivia Crack?
Yeah.
You should go by that username that you had for it. You remember what it was?
Is that the same as my Gmail?
Maybe.
I think it was.
What is it?
I don't want to say it.
You should just, dang, I want to say it too, but you said your Gmail.
Wait, how do I mute this?
These
two, right?
Ninja Minkus?
Yeah, that's my Gmail. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, you should. Damn, I would have said it if you didn't see your email. What was that?
Yeah.
But maybe you should go by that because nobody's gonna know.
But I think I definitely know what my that old Instagram account
was. It that?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
It'll be cool. I'll try to dig it up.
It'll be cool if you go by that, and I don't know, whatever niche is.
Yeah.
But what would be your niche? There's a bunch of things you could do.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't want to like be exclusive to one thing.
Yeah.
It's a variety. We'll see how it goes, you know. Whatever.
At least mine is very stupid.
Are you going to pull up yours right now?
Yeah, mine is just Anna Kendrick and no, so mine is mostly it's curated with stuff I made with my brother's dog.
Dang.
Old family,
turn that brightness up a little bit.
Old family pictures, wrestling, egg rolls.
Stan Lee.
Yeah, stuff I bought, like cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, yeah, the Stan Lee pin.
I could get down with that. I see what you're saying here.
Yeah. A video clip from a movie. See, it's not so much my personal life, even though you see it, but
right.
it doesn't really say too much. Yeah. Mostly when I'm working, stuff like that.
I like that.
That's it. The office dog. Yeah, it's really mostly stuff of my interests. It's not so much my personal life.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Tony Bourdain. me rock climbing. That's it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
So
I'll
you don't
think of something.
So not so much your personal life. Maybe just I don't know. Oh,
We'll see.
so I've made social media accounts for our show.
Oh yeah,
You didn't know we had one.
An Instagram, right?
Yeah. So let me pull that up. So we have 7 pictures. It's the one we had at Carytown. Some of the mock-ups I did. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. And that's it. And just 2 posts of representing the episode. That's it. But somehow we have 29 followers already. Mostly other podcasts and some of my friends that listen to the show. Thank you for all those listeners that listen. How many listens do we have on the last episode, the first episode? So all of our episodes are feeding into SoundCloud, into the Apple iTunes. So last 7 days we had a total of 10 listens. All time we had, that's not right.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
last 30 days was 49 listens. That's a lot.
Who are you people?
I know, right? Who are you people? You're not commenting.
Thanks, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Look at that. Social media at work.
And I barely did anything. Only 49 listens. Just use the hashtags. Are you familiar how hashtags work?
Yeah. Well, I think I do. So, like on Twitter, you hashtag at the end of your message, right? And then it's like kind of like a like if you click it, it'll show things that are relevant to the tag.
So it'll show. So for example, I'll use Kofi Mania, right? So I use the hashtag Kofi Mania in my comment.
Right. If you click
on Kofi Mania, it'll show all the other posts, which is that number.
And that have the same hashtag, right?
Everybody that used the same exact hashtag also feeds in. Okay. So I guess that's what happened with the podcast. So when I typed in RVA podcast for us,
I see.
Everybody that used RVA podcast will find it.
Cool.
Or just podcast. So this guy, that guy. Is that it? 6 million posts, but yeah.
Jeez. Cool.
Not so much of a social media episode.
What else is there though? Instagram, Twitter,
Instagram,
Facebook.
yes, a lot. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Is YouTube? Would you consider YouTube a social media? It's more of a platform, really, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all platforms. I used to post YouTube videos on one of my channels. I don't think I would say it because it's been inactive for 4 years. But I made tutorials on Cinema 4D on how to use it. Mm-hmm. I stopped making videos after a while. It's been 4 years since the last video. Didn't you have one, or you ran one for your uncle?
No, that was more Jeremy, I think.
Okay. Yeah, would you consider YouTube social media or Twitch even? Is that social media?
I don't know. I'm not sure if you would fully consider YouTube or Twitch as I guess social media in the traditional sense. Yeah, or maybe it's getting there.
Because it is just you do interact with the users, and they can interact back along with the community.
Right.
Is that the main thing for to be considered social media?
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of right.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not strictly social media. They're their own thing with some social media aspects.
The community aspect, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch. There's a Tumblr. I've been on Tumblr since college. What else was there? You know, in China, Twitter is banned.
I can see that.
And they don't want you to have a free thought. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But they have their own Twitter. It's called Weibo. And it's I think it's ran by the government, where they kind of censor people's, I guess you call it tweets. Yeah. Like if it's against the government or against certain rules, they'll block it or they'll fine you or something.
That's some like dystopian future.
Big Brother. Yeah, I know.
1984.
Yeah.
I believe that though. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd be terrified. I don't want even though the NSA is probably watching all of our stuff, they're not really blocking most of it.
That's how we got all those views.
Unless you're racist or something, because they're Alex Jones and the other nationalists. They're gonna find us now.
Oh, I wanted to ask about Facebook again. Also,
yeah.
So, what's the current consensus about that?
It's funny. Yeah, go ahead.
Every time I hear about it, it seems like people just hating on it and probably valid, but I just don't know exactly what's going on. Like,
that's the funny part.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I hate Facebook," but it still seems like so many people are on it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the funny part. People complain about it, but they wind themselves back into the Facebook rabbit hole. I don't know if it's a bad thing. Like, maybe it could be like a drug type of thing.
Like an addiction?
An addiction. Because you're so much in the habit of going through your routine applications of social media, and
that's probably a better word. It's a habit than addiction, I guess.
I mean, at one point when the whole when they were selling, what's the problem with it again? The initial problem, Zuckerberg was selling information to advertisers. Yeah,
like people's information to like exactly what you said. Basically, I was just trying to think.
But that's how so I've dabbled in promoting ads on Facebook before, and that's how they target their audience, is by the user information. So I don't know why people were up in arms about it when it came up.
Maybe they went further than that, like some kind of invasion of privacy thing.
Which part? Because what I understand of at least promoting ads, it's you have the option to filter by region, and then the age, and then the gender, and then nationality, ethnicity,
all kinds of demographics.
Yeah, the demographics, and then that's how you get people to look at the ads, or that's how the ads get to the people. So I couldn't figure out why people were getting mad about that. Like, if it's on that level, why? But if it is deeper, like I don't know how deep it went.
It must be deeper, because otherwise I feel like it wouldn't be
so crazy.
Yeah.
But maybe was it the stuff people type on their posts? Like, I went to Target, and you see a bunch of Target ads. Maybe. That's another scary thing, though. Just to go on a tangent. So a while ago, I remember I was at Target, and I was looking at my mom. I was looking at soap detergent or clothes detergent, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't have my phone out. It was in my pocket. I didn't say it out loud. I didn't say Tide or Bounty or anything. I got home, got on Facebook real quick, and I got like a few ads on the same exact detergent I was looking at. I was like, how the hell that happened?
Your phone's GPS knew you were in the exact aisle of that brand.
If that's the case, how come my Google Maps keep messing up? No, is that really true?
No, I made that whole thing up.
I feel like it makes sense, though. Because when you go on like the Target website, it knows where your location is and what your closest store is.
Oh, I feel like that's easier.
It is easier because you have GPS on the phone, but the exact aisle?
That can't be true.
That'd be crazy. But it is I feel like I have that happen to me a few times. Yeah. Not just laundry detergent.
Other stuff.
Yeah, other stuff.
Yeah. Which is maybe weird. It is true. Now I'm thinking about it.
It's just kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I want people to know that I go to like some adult bar. And they get ads for like this place and that place.
They always know.
Yeah. Yeah, with that in mind, would you ever you probably wouldn't want to your privacy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Unless again, like if I moved really far away and that was like just the best option to connect with friends and family.
Yeah. I think the most funny thing about Facebook is like when the older generation are on it and they use it but also don't know how to use it.
Mm. There's a whole subreddit on that.
Really?
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's just like Facebook posts of like older people not really knowing how to use it, but just posting
Yeah.
stuff they shouldn't be.
Like some things like you could just probably call your nephew about versus putting on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, did you take your ointment today?
All right. Yeah, exactly. For everyone to see.
Yeah, so my recommendation is Instagram, if you do ever get on it. Because I feel like it is more curated than the rest. In a way, but they all are all trash. They all have trash people on it.
That's everywhere, though. You just got to
find the right thing to follow.
Yeah, I think so.
What would you follow? Like video games? No, I mean, at least your interests.
What kind of video game stuff, though? Like,
you could follow the game developers.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. Probably from some food stuff.
Food?
I like food.
You can follow Donald Trump?
No.
I follow Deezus and Mero, and they're funny.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a good platform for them.
Deezus, at least on his Instagram stories, he posts the funniest stuff. Like over the weekend, he had a post his story of his dad trying to get him to go to church.
All right.
Deezus was not having. I follow a lot of wrestling stuff. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wrestlers. Yeah, that's another thing. You can follow celebrities that you wouldn't mind following.
Like who though? I don't know. I follow.
Are you? You don't put them on the pedestal as much.
Not really. No.
As other people do.
Mm-mm.
I put wrestlers on the pedestal.
It's fair. Fair enough.
I mean, there's workout videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure out something. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. You don't have a cat.
Yeah.
People love cats. Is that still the internet animal?
Yeah, probably.
At one point, it was a ferret, wasn't it?
A ferret?
Like the hipster animal?
Yes. I got a story about that, but I'll tell it to you later.
Is it
about ferrets? No, it's not. Terrible. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's two stories.
I never came across this ferret, so you got to tell me this.
Okay. It's not real. Like, I didn't see them in person, but it's just stories.
If like a friend had it or something?
No. Well, I'll tell you about it.
Yeah. So that's a short episode today.
Nothing else?
I don't know. What else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Social media. Let's plug ours. You don't have yours.
Nope.
So you can find the Full Timers podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and that's it.
Wait, we have a Twitter too?
It's nothing.
Oh.
There's nothing on there. It just says episode up now. That's all it is. Yeah. Full Timers Pod. FULLTIMERSPOD. And then there's an @ symbol in front of all that on Instagram and Twitter. Also, subscribe on iTunes, comment, and leave a rating. I don't know what you want to rate this.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Good or bad. Give us some honest criticism. Don't just bash us. Just say, hey, this is not working, or you can do this better.
And thanks to everyone who's already listened.
Yes. Shout out to y'all. All 49 listens of the last episode. It is Cambodian New Year's, the day we are recording this. All weekend affair.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything fun for New Year's?
Probably go to the temple tomorrow.
Lots of food at the temple.
I'm excited.
Should we? Maybe. If you're in the Richmond area, you are invited. Well, you're not going to hear this by the time.
That's what I was thinking. It's too late.
You're not going to hear this. It'll be Wednesday when we drop this. It's Friday evening, right after work.
Oh, that's another thing. Well, do we have a schedule?
I plan every other week on Wednesday.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool.
Every other week. Yeah, because I don't want to clash with the other ones that I don't know. I mean, should we do a poll on which day people listen to all their episodes of podcasts?
If we could get enough people to vote.
I mean, for me, I chose Wednesday because all the ones I listen to is on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, same. Yep.
Yeah. So I chose Wednesday.
I like Wednesday.
Cool. Yes, that is it. Do you know what the next episode will be about?
No, but we can look after this.
Okay.
And decide.
Yeah. As you notice that Roeun is not here. He is still working.
We didn't mention that.
He is a full-timer.
Yeah.
In all
aptly
aspects.
named.
Yes. He is working right now, and he's not going to get off until 11 p.m. in 2 hours.
Sheesh.
Yeah, the guy, he's a busy man. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. That's the wrap on this episode. Any last words you want to drop? Any knowledge?
Use social media wisely.
Yes, don't put your business out there. It could bite you in the ass.
Yeah. Don't overshare.
Yeah, for real, don't overshare. And if you do share, just some things you probably keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to write it, and then just delete it. Don't send it. I do that a lot. I'm like, maybe this is too problematic. I shouldn't say this. I don't want people to read this. Real quick, Avengers Endgame is in a few weeks. Are you going to go see it opening night?
I don't know. Opening night, that'll be
Thursday
jam
night.
packed.
I'm going Thursday night. I didn't get a ticket yet, though.
What's the date?
So I think the official date is Friday the 26th. I might go see it on the 25th. And I think I might go to the one theater that nobody goes to. Should I say it?
No, because then
everybody's going to go see it. That's true. Yeah. That's it. That's a wrap.
Yep.
That's it.
All right. Goodbye. Interesting. I think it was obviously shorter because of time, but I think it also felt shorter because it was like two different subjects too.
Yeah.